Recently, MrBeast released his new Feastables chocolate formula. So today, I'm gonna be comparing it against his old formula to see if it's actually any better. Alright, so here we got the old Feastables bar and the new one, and the first thing I noticed is that the new one has a smaller footprint. It's not actually less chocolate, it's the same amount of chocolate as the old one, but it's just something to note. You can see that the new one is significantly thicker than the old one. It's also less dark. I'm not sure if that picks up on camera, but anyways, let's do the taste test. I'm gonna start with the old Feastables as a control. It's got a decent snap to it, but aside from that, it's pretty meh. The texture's not that good, it doesn't really melt in your mouth, and it has a pretty strong bitter cocoa taste like what you'd find more in a dark chocolate. Now, I personally don't really mind the dark chocolate flavor, but I don't think it really fits well for a product that's targeted at sugar-addicted kids, and it's not really what I'm looking for in a milk chocolate. Overall rating, 3 out of 10. Now for the new formula. Honestly, I like it. It's a lot creamier, milkier, and sweeter than the old Feastables was. Now, I don't think this is as creamy as British Cadbury's, and the texture is still less smooth and melt in your mouth than like Lindt is. But compared to the original Feastables formula, I think this is a vast improvement. Like, I would not eat the original Feastables formula if I had a choice. I think I would eat this. 7.5 out of 10. Good job, MrBeast. But how does Feastables compare to other chocolate brands? Well, I decided to make 3 tests to determine whether Feastables is actually the best chocolate, starting with the melt test. A good chocolate bar should quickly melt in your mouth, so I put 5 equally sized pieces of the leading mass-produced retail chocolate brands in my mouth and timed how long it took each of them to melt. Old Feastables was the worst at 2 minutes 14 seconds, followed by American Cadbury's at 1 minute 42 seconds, Hershey's 1 minute 34 seconds, New Feastables 1 minute 24 seconds, and Lindt 1 minute 18 seconds. Next is the particle size test. A good chocolate needs to be smooth, and the way to test how smooth a chocolate is by measuring the size of the particles that make up the chocolate. To do this, I took a tiny sample of melted chocolate and squished it in the jaws of this measuring device. The lower the value measured, the smoother it is. American Cadbury's was the roughest at 57 microns, followed by Hershey's with 41, Old and New Feastables about the same in the low 30s, and Lindt being the smoothest at 22. And now for the cost. Both the old and the new Feastables, actually this is not working very well. Both the old Feastables and the new Feastables came in 60-gram packages, and they cost $3. This puts them at $50 per kilogram. For comparison, Hershey's, $19.18 per kilogram. American Cadbury's is $34 per kilogram, and Lindt is $35.12 per kilogram. So compared to other mass market chocolates you can find at Target, including the Lindt, which is usually targeted as a more luxury product, Feastables is significantly more expensive, and honestly I should be comparing it against something like this, which is Neuhaus chocolate, which you cannot find in a Target, which is $70 per kilogram, and this is considered like some of the best Belgian chocolate you can get. So New Feastables is good. I think it is one of the best mass market American chocolates, but let's be real here, that's a really low bar. That's like saying this is the best British food, or this is the least scary spider in Australia. Whether supporting the ethics and brand of MrBeast is worth the extra cost is up for you to decide, but for me personally, I think I'm done with chocolate. I've had to eat so much of it for this review.